Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Daniloveely, and today you guys we're going to be talking about slowing down and having grace with ourselves. This is something that I am still, learning to do myself, but basically a lot of us need to slow down. Okay, we need to slow down and just be a little bit more gentle with ourselves. And I mean that by, look at it like this. A lot of us are going through life, especially when it comes to the different goals and milestones and things that we may want to achieve. And a lot of us are kind of rushing through life a lot as well too, while we're trying to achieve these things. And you look up and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm already like 30, I'm already 40, I'm already 50. And it's like, where did the time go? We're in this hustle culture, which can kind of, be bad in a way for us as well. Like, I get it. I've been a victim of it. I've been guilty of it. Like, just this hustle, grind. Like, I'm in my 20s. I spend a lot of time in my 20s, which I'm currently in my 20s, but I spend a lot of time just, working, focusing on, the goals and the things that I want to achieve and things that I want to build for me and my family. And you also want to just kind of like remember to slow down and also live in the moment as well too, and just not stress too much about things that you generally cannot control. A lot of times there's things that's going to happen. There's going to be there's going to be like different obstacles. There's going to be obstacles that is going to get in our way, but we don't have to dwell on that. And when I mean just having grace with ourselves, like sometimes we can tend to be a little hard on ourselves. Say if we set a specific time frame that we want to reach a certain goal, and then when we don't hit that goal or we don't meet it within that time frame that we've set for ourselves, we get like down. We start being really hard on ourselves, like, well, you should have did this, or maybe you should have done it this way, and we end up holding up on those things. And it's just like, it's okay. It's okay. Like, you don't need to be hard on yourself. As long as you're trying and you're putting your best effort forward and you continue striving for the things that you want, you don't need to hold up on, oh, well, I said that next year I was going to be here and I'm not here yet. And I'm guilty of that. I'm a person that is guilty of that. And I'll be like really, really hard on myself. But it's like, as long as you're trying, you're continue to like keep pushing forward, you're doing something. You're doing something right. You're doing more than most. Like, some people are out here and they have things that they want to accomplish, things that they want to do, and they're not even attempting to take the first step to even get towards those goals that they're wanting to hit. Or as soon as they get hit with the roadblock, they automatically just give up. Like, oh, well, it's just not going to happen for me. Like, I'm just going to forget about it. And it's like, no, like, we don't need to be like that. And we don't need to get so caught up in the things that we want to achieve. And I want it now and I need to do it now. Delayed gratification is okay. And you hear a lot of people say that it's better than instant gratification. And I feel like social media plays a big part in this as well, of course, in this whole where some people will go on social media and they'll see people living like their best lives, which remind you, this is a small snippet that you're seeing of a person's life. Most people are showing their best, like, the best aspect of their life on social media. Most people aren't going to go on social media and show like their struggles and like the most horrible times that they're going through on social media. Like, social media, to a certain extent, a big part of social media is not real. And also, when you're seeing these people who may be successful in their lives or their careers, you guys also have to realize as well too, success takes time. This stuff takes time. Like, more often than not, no one is just waking up and just being like, oh, like, all of a sudden it just fell in their lap. Everything that they've ever wanted, it just comes to them just like that. Unless you're born into money, or you have like you're a trust fund baby, like, success is going to take time. And then, of course, we do see people who seems like they've like blown up overnight. You guys, that is so rare. Like, that happening is so rare. But you have to put in the time, you have to put in the effort, and you have to be consistent with it. And you don't have to be so hard on yourself on your journey there. Like, that's what I'm learning. Like, when they say enjoy the journey, you guys, enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. Like, it's like I said, it's people are hopping on social media and seeing people live their best lives and seeing them do all the things that they want to do, or being super successful, not realizing that for most of these people, this stuff took years. It took a lot of trials, a lot of tribulations. They've been hit with a lot of obstacles. And like I said in my last video about overthinking, and if you guys have not watched that video, I will put that as one of the end screens at the end of the video. But again, this stuff takes time, you guys. Like, these people go through things that you don't even realize, like I said, unless they come out with a documentary and break it down for you. But a lot of them have been through things on their way, you know, to their path to success, that some people, or a lot of people, would have been hit with, and they would have given up on the way there. They would have just like thrown their hands up and be like, oh, I give up. Like, it's just not going to happen. Like, oh, well, like, who is going through all of this? This is life. Life is freaking hard, and everyone's going to be hit with life. And you just have to learn how to just reevaluate, adjust your plans and just keep pushing forward. Keep pushing forward. Even with the cards that you've been dealt, they might not always be the greatest, stack. It may be worse than others. What others have been, handed, or their starting point. You may be farther. Some people may be further along than you are, but that's okay. Just keep pushing forward. Some people are spending too much time on social media, and they're getting consumed. And the idea of keeping up with the Joneses, as they say. You don't have to try and keep up with the Joneses. Focus on you. Focus on you and what it is that you want to do, and put your time and effort into that. And again, if you are not meeting those milestones, it's okay. If you're not hitting your goals in the time frame that you've set for yourself, it is okay. You don't need to beat yourself you don't need to beat yourself up over it. It happens. It happens. We can't sit here and we don't know the future. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. So we can have a plan set out for the things that we want to do, but sometimes we will be hit with obstacles that could set us back. And that's okay. Again, you just keep pushing forward. Just keep pushing forward and slow down. I will say this again, slow down. I tend to be very like all over the place. And you're in a way, you're trying to like rush to get to the things that you want. But really, we just need to realize, if you're putting in the effort, if you're steady, like working on this thing that you want, it's going to happen. It's going to happen naturally. It's going to happen organically. And you have to be consistent with it if it's really something that you want. Again, anything that's worth having, you guys, like, it takes time. It takes time. It takes effort. And it's going to be hard. In a lot of cases, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. But you have to just, you have to know how to push through that stuff. You don't have to rush and be like, oh, I want this now. Like, in a year from now, I want to be making like $100,000 or whatever it is. Whatever it is. Sometimes we set goals for ourselves, not realizing that typically these high standards that we're setting for ourselves can take like longer than a year or a couple of months. Like, yes, your life can change drastically in a year. Yes, it can. That is true. But again, a lot of this stuff takes time. A lot of the stuff that we're trying to achieve takes time. So sometimes you just need to slow down and just take a deep breath. Like I said, have grace with yourself. If you're not meeting the goals that you want to meet, it is okay. It's okay. It happens. And we're learning things along the way too on this journey. We're learning different things. So it's all worth it. Like they say, enjoy the journey. There's things that you didn't know in the beginning when you first started out that you know now. So, you guys, slow down, Do not rush through your life, because yeah, we're gonna look up and be freaking like 40, 50, 60, and instead of just living in the moment and just rolling with the punches and just steady moving forward and not dwelling on the past and being so hard on ourselves, like we don't want to end up regretting not living in the moment and just actually slowing down and enjoying the things that we have right now in the moment. Be grateful for what you have now, you know? Just be happy. Be happy being alive. Like, a lot of us are in much better situations than most, or maybe the person that could be standing right next to us. And then just because we aren't meeting our goals in the time frames that we want to meet them, we're being extremely hard on ourselves and like getting down and getting very upset and just being like, oh, why me? Or, oh, why? It can always be worse. Just think about it like that. It can always be worse. But you guys, I just wanted to come on here and honestly just, talk about this today, because like I said, this is still something that I'm learning, like not rushing so much through life and being so hard on myself, and just taking the time to just take it all in, enjoy the journey, take a deep breath, and everything is going to be okay. It's going to work out. Like I said, as long as you're staying consistent and you continue to work towards these goals, it will work out. It will work out. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, you guys, thank you for watching, and you guys have a nice day. Bye.